I thought it might be fun to try a vlog style video, maybe something a little more interactive. So I'm here today at Heil Ranch. I'm doing about a 15-mile day hike. It's been beautiful weather, great, and you can see at a spot with a great view. I just had lunch and relaxed for a little while. So here's today's topic, and I'm curious what you all think. So I really want to encourage folks to leave a message in the comments and give me your point of view. I'll give you my point of view first, of course. The topic is music while hiking. So first off, there's no judgment here. I'll give you my opinion and a little bit of background, but I'm not judging anyone. I'm just curious what you guys think, what works for you, right? So the idea of music while hiking, when I was in my 20s and I started hiking, at that time there were no smartphones, and there generally no one had music on the trail unless you brought a guitar. But that wasn't very frequent. And maybe they had Walkmans, but generally people weren't listening to music while hiking. Well, fast forward 20 years and now we've got smartphones and earbuds and portable speakers, and a lot of people are listening to music on the trail. And so I would say, because of my background and because I'm just used to and kind of prefer to walk and fully immerse myself in the nature and hear all that there is to hear the birds. I hear some now. Hear the wind through the trees, etc. That's what I normally prefer to do. But recently I've actually, I would say, mixed it up a little bit. I was hiking or backpacking last fall in Arizona with a good friend of mine, and we were doing a 200-mile stretch of the Arizona Trail. It was great, but it was also very hot and very dry. And I remember a day in particular south of the south rim of the Grand Canyon. We were hiking towards Flagstaff, and it was super hot. It had been a long day. It was in the afternoon, and we were, we had minimal water, and we knew we had enough water, but we didn't have a lot of water. And at that time, my friend he took out his smartphone, turned on some Primus, I think it was, and man, it just invigorated me. And we hiked, we just were marching along this dirt road, being fueled by Primus, and it was great. And I realized, for me, there is a time and place where I enjoy music while in the woods, while hiking, and that's a good example. Another example for me is if I'm in camp, I'm camping, backpacking, and I'm at camp, and it's nice to take out the phone and listen to some tunes while you're eating dinner. And that's another time when I like to do it. Pro tip: if you've got a stove and a small pot that you're using, if it's dry, it's great to put the phone in that pot. And I don't know if it's, it obviously doesn't amplify it, but it seems like it amplifies it. It gives it a good effect. And that's what we normally do when we're listening to tunes at the campsite. But there's a lot of options, right? So I know that a lot of folks like to hike with their earbuds in. Maybe they're listening to music or a podcast or a book, I don't know. And that's what they do. I tend to not do that myself because, like I said, I want to be able to hear everything. In some areas in particular, if there's mountain bikers, you really do need to make sure you hear, because it's a single track and you want to make sure you hear folks coming up from behind you. But obviously not all trails are like that. And so there's times when it's perfectly fine to do earbuds. And I know a lot of folks like that. Maybe you, viewer, maybe you like it. I don't know. Let me know. The only thing, I do see now they have, portable speakers. They're small and they're really good quality, right? So you get some tunes. I guess, you could maybe overdo that. I haven't had an issue with folks just being too loud with their music, but I have certainly passed folks on the trail, in busy day hiking areas where they were playing music And yeah, it didn't bother me, but it wasn't extremely loud. Another pro tip here, and this shirt's a good one. So I was listening earlier to a podcast, and I was walking, and I put the phone right here in the shirt pocket so I could have it on. I didn't need the earbuds. I still was able to hear around me, but I didn't need the volume super loud, you know? So it was right here, kind of close to my head. I could hear it quite well. I don't think I would have bothered anyone if I walked by them. And so that's a nice alternative. I guess those are my thoughts. Music on the trail. You know, what do you do? Are you like me where it kind of depends? You know, maybe most of the time you like one thing or another, but there's a time and place where music is just what's needed. Like I said, when we were on that long afternoon walk on the Arizona Trail, it absolutely kicked me in the pants and you know, got me marching along, and I was glad to have it. So let me know what you do. I'm curious if this vlog style will work. I don't know. It feels funny talking into the camera like this for so long. I should have set up Jerry over by the camera. Hold on. Hold on. If you follow my channel, you might know I walk with this. Lately, I've got Jerry Garcia action figure with me. I've had him since the 90s. He was in a box for, man, almost 30 years. He was in a box, and I finally opened him up last month and decided I'm going to bring Jerry with me on hikes and let him experience nature. I think it's fun. I don't know. Maybe it's silly. Anyway, I've talked too much. I'll tell you what. Let me show you guys the view, and then we'll call it a day. Man, what a nice spot. Take a lunch break, huh? What a view.